Hey everybody, what's up? So tonight I wanted to tackle a couple of questions about GFI. So the night that I was GFI'd at Magnolia Bay by my Puerto Rican husband and the Haitian, um, I had some questions about like whether I could have still have sex. What did it feel like? Some of the hard questions because for one, there has never been a white woman who has ever been reported to be have been GFI'd. Usually it is only or predominantly Haitian women who get GFI'd. Um, so it is very uncommon for a woman, an American white. It has never happened for an American white woman to be GFI'd. But it does happen to Haitian women every day. So, question one: can I still have sex? Yes, I can, but I can't. So, I can because um, I think what they said was a grade level 5, where it left me the ability to pee and ooh, where it left me the ability to. Sorry, my mom's listening and she gets a little emotional. My mom has seizures, so I try not to put too much of this on to her. So okay, so I can have sex. I had sex one time since the GFI. It was with my own husband. I am not a cheater, hoe, habitual cheater, a slut, or whatever. Yes, I will admit to having 2 affairs in 23 years. I am human, I am flesh, and yes, it did happen. Once was with his brother, but I have a kid by him, so it was more like get even. So we're not even going to discuss that. But so so I had to go to Charleston to go to the urinary doctor. And so when I went to Charleston, my husband went with me because I had to have somebody drive me from the procedure back home to Georgia because after the procedure, I couldn't drive myself. So he went with me to South Carolina, which was a little bit of an awkward drive up there. But once we got up there and he seen how beautiful it was and relaxed Charleston and Mount Pleasant was, he like got oddly relaxed at the resort. Like we stayed at the country club. I don't do the cheap motels because after Magnolia Bay, I don't stay at the cheap motels. So I would pay for an expensive ass room not to be murdered than to go to a cheap motel. So, anyways, so I went to so we stayed at the country club and Bobby fell in love with it and he was like, "Yeah, I could see us retiring here." And I was like, "We, like we're still separated." So anyways, he was like wooing me and his dad was saying that his last request was that he wanted me to keep his son. and stay married to him. So when he was wooing me, one thing led to another. We ended up having sex. Um, and I kind of like wanted to see what it felt like. Like I was curious to see how painful it would be being GFI'd. So we had intercourse. So bluntly speaking, um, penile penetration at the grade that of GFI that I was left with didn't hurt the actual penetration. So the actual penetration didn't hurt or like whatever. And um it wasn't painful. It was a little uncomfortable because his penis was pushing down on the fistula and putting pressure on the fistula. So I was scared his penis would go through the fistula and then make the fistula tear, like rip. So I was scared of that. And I really couldn't enjoy the sex because, like, all in my head, I'm like sitting here analyzing, like, what does it feel like? I can't feel him touching my cervix. So my cervix isn't being painful because his penis can't reach my cervix because they shaved it down now. So now Bobby can't touch my G spot. And my clitoris, I still do and can get turned on, but the problem is it's painful when I do. The clitoris is a nerve, and it's connected to the central vagus nerve, your central nervous system. Your central nervous system inside, not like with your, inside. So, with your aorta and just everything. So, anyways, then the nervous system is like damaged, and I'm on like nerve blocks or like, and everything. But when I get turned on, the it aggravates the clitoris because the clitoris is also a nerve. And then that nerve aggravates the rest of the nerve and going up this way through my stomach that got severed. So it makes my endometrium and my cervix and everything, down here swell up and hurt. And then it moves into my stomach. My stomach swells up and hurts. And then all of this is hurting like all day. That's what turning me on does. It makes this swell up and it keeps me hurting all day long. So like I can get like you get the feeling of arousal, but after you get aroused is when it becomes painful. So like it's after you've already gotten turned on and the clitoris is turned on and the clitoris is kind of throbbing or whatever it does, and then the pain from the nerve kicks in. So it's connected to it. So the clitoris and the nerve damage makes all of this hurt and swell. And then the actual penetration of the sex did not hurt. But the day after I woke up, his semen was infecting the stab wounds and the holes and everything that everybody left in there. And so I got infected, and they had to call me in some antibiotics. I think it was penicillin or some kind of antibiotics to keep to stop the infection from the semen in my hoo ha, in my organ, my hoo ha organs. So, that is what it feels like to be GFI'd sexually. Sexually. I'll talk about my stomach on another day. But sexually, that is what it feels like. And yes, it is somewhat pleasurable, but it wasn't very pleasurable the last time I had it because me and my husband are separated and I don't feel comfortable being intimate with him. So, because of all that and everything, I couldn't relax to tell how enjoyable it could have been. If it was with someone I might have enjoyed having sex with, it might have been more pleasurable. But because I've lost an emotional connection to my husband, it is less pleasurable because I'm the type of person I don't like one night stands. To me, making love is better than sex. And I'm not like the one night stand type of girl. Like you've got to stimulate my mind and touch my spirit before I'll ever let you touch my body. And I just don't give myself to like everybody, which is why I have 5 years of chastity, not even masturbation. Like, not even masturbation. And some of y'all be doing that shit on purpose and trying to turn me on and everything, trying to make me lose my chastity and my vow, which I'm very, very proud of. I have no idea how long I'm going to keep my vow of chastity for. But as of right now, I'm keeping it. I'm 4 years and 4 years and 5 months in on chastity and not even masturbating, except for that one time I had sex with my husband in Charleston and I masturbated one time to see what it would feel like masturbating after GFI. Don't ask. But anyways, so I kind of tested it out a little bit because it is my body. I got to know like what's broken, what works, what doesn't work, or what's changed, what doesn't feel the same, or like whatever. So, other than that, I have not masturbated or had sex and have refrained from it because of the GFI, and also because I am a little terrified of it hurting and having painful sex. But when I had painful sex with my husband, that one time, the act of having sex was not painful. It was the infection the next day, and it was just a little uncomfortable because I was scared he was putting pressure on the fistula, and I was scared his penis might go down and then rip me further open. So I was a little scared of that. But other than that, I have refrained from having sex, and I have to go January 23rd to Eagles Landing gynecologist somewhere, I think near Alpharetta or something, and see about trying to start to get a hysterectomy going for endometriosis also, because I'm also having problems with endometriosis at the same time with the GFI. And you want to talk about some painful periods? It is painful. And yes, I do still menstruate. And I menstruate because my ovaries and my fallopian tubes are still intact. They got punctured, but they're not severed. So, because they're just punctured and they're not severed, it's still able to work. But because of the stab wounds, it's like 15 times more painful, like period pains, like off the charts. And I'm having like uh, blood clots like the size of golf balls or bigger than that. And it is excruciating. The 7 days that my period lasts, I don't I don't move. I'm on the bed, heating pad, don't talk to me, it hurts. That is how bad it is. So for that it's yeah, I still have that, but it is so much more excruciatingly painful to menstruate. It is so much more extremely painful to menstruate. And I've been talking to some Haitian women um, that had gotten GFI'd, and it was a Haitian woman who actually told me that what they did to me was GFI. It was a Haitian woman that I gave a ride to in my Lyft car who actually said, "You got GFI'd." So, and then told me to look it up. And so that is the whole story um, uh, with a lot of missing parts, but in a short, with the Haitian, the machete, and everything. And now it's probably going to make a little bit more sense to people about that. So you need to look up GFI women. Know what GFI is, especially if you're dating someone who has relatives who are Haitian or, you know, islanders, Pacific Islanders, or anybody who deals with Haitian practices and GFIs and stuff like that that can turn into murder. There are women who die from GFI. Lots of women die from GFI. So look it up and read about it. Until then, until next time, until manana, stay safe, stay positive, stay out of danger, protect yourselves. And I love all my sisters and all of my supporters. And please, if you are in danger, get help. I love you. Peace.